And we are live. Hi, everybody. Good morning, beautiful ladies. I have an amazing guest this morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. I hope you're doing great. But I have a great friend of mine, great guest, entrepreneur, branding, marketing strategist, our new amazing chapter lead in Houston, Texas. Karla Leal, and I'm going to have a couple of questions. I actually have a lot of questions on this subject because it's such an interesting subject, but we'll have Karla next week for our Houston and Katy chapter meeting. So make sure you come to that one because she will be giving us a more in-depth overview of LinkedIn marketing. But let's jump into it. Karla, welcome. Good morning.
Thank you so much, Elle. Good morning, everybody who is watching now and will be watching the recording later on. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's always great to share with people like you and all these beautiful ladies and smart women that we have in the group. And I'm sure all of the other ones that are watching that want to join us too.
Great, great. Welcome. So my first question, right, is a LinkedIn network, is it for job seeking or corporation? Do we have to be specific?
Well, LinkedIn is a platform that allows us to do many things. Most of us are not aware of all the benefits that this platform has. It originally started as a job seeking platform in which people would, optimize their profiles uh, with their job experience in order to, stand out, switch jobs, or advance on their careers. Eventually, LinkedIn started adding features and new systems into their platform so people could start seeing this platform not only for job seeking opportunities but also for business development purposes. And when I say business development purposes, I mean business development purposes for corporations and for small businesses and for entrepreneurs. So that's how everything started moving forward. And nowadays, it's a platform that is very well designed to sell and to recruit and to find a job.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. So how do we use it for business development, for lead generation? Are there specific ways we can use it for that?
Yes, sure. The way we use the platform for business development and generate sales, which is kind of the focus for many entrepreneurs and small business owners or business owners of any size, is applying what we call as networking, building our network, and taking advantage of the feature that the platform itself offers for business development purposes. LinkedIn has a specific platform and system that is called Sales Navigator. And with the Sales Navigator, people can actually find data and people inside the network that are specific to their needs, to their industries, and to their target audience. And let me back up a little bit. The most important thing on LinkedIn is to have a clear vision of who your target audience is, who your deal client is, and then start building your network around this customer avatar that you have. So that's the main key. Once you understand who your customer avatar is, and we understand this is a very genetic marketing concept that every single company, every single entrepreneur has to know. Once you understand this, you start building, let's say, like online relationships with these people, and you start using this LinkedIn Sales Navigator in order to connect with those potential clients online and bring them into your network. Once they are in your network, you want to nurture your network with added value content, with interesting information, and you also want to provide to them help of any kind. So you want to really foster those relationships that you have online. And there are many ways you can do this. One of the ways is through content strategies. that we implement in this network, just like you would implement in which every other network like Facebook or Instagram.
Mhm.
It's kind of the same, but here we're talking about like a different audience, a little bit more serious. When I say serious, it's like we don't see on LinkedIn the same interaction that we see in other platforms, because LinkedIn is a professional network that has evolved in this way in order to give us the opportunity to connect to high level executives, to entrepreneurs, to people who want to change jobs. So it's a little bit more formal network. I call it this way. It's a formal
Mhm.
network we have to do business. So
Mhm.
we use the Sales Navigator in order to do this. And I always recommend people to upgrade. If you don't have this upgrade, you get 30 days for free. And you will see the difference in the search, in the way you can save your searches regarding that customer avatar that you want to connect with and establish relationship. Because the final purpose of this is take the customer from LinkedIn to a one-on-one conversation, either via Zoom or a phone call, especially nowadays with the pandemic.
Mhm. Mhm. Great. So we can be specific in our search.
Exactly. Yes, you can be very specific. You can the Sales Navigator allow you to narrow your search up to a zip code. Let's say you want to connect with people who are in your zip code because you only offer those services to people in certain zip codes, or you know that people that live in this area will need these services that you provide more than other people. You can
Right.
search by industry. Let's say your industry is only oil and gas, so you only want to connect with oil and gas professionals or entrepreneurs or people managing businesses in oil and gas. So you can search by also by industry, by function. Let's say you want to search by function. It's like not a title. The title is not always the same as a function. So many people have a title of procurement, but they are not really in charge of the purchasing in the company.
Mhm.
They are probably, their function is more like a managerial skill and
Mhm.
not the actual purchasing. So those filters will help us get in detail to those customer avatars that we're looking to connect with. So it's
Mhm.
an excellent tool for business to business purposes, especially for business to business purposes. But it's starting to evolve as it has evolved in the last years. It's starting to evolve more because the platform is growing in such a way that eventually we're getting all this new generation of leaders and
Mhm.
younger leaders into the network. And when we have a broader audience that is available for us to reach, then we're looking at business to consumer markets, looking at LinkedIn as a tool that, hey, this is growing so fast that we might take advantage of this network, not only for business to business purposes, but now business to consumer. And that's starting to happen too.
Mm. That is so true. I don't use LinkedIn myself that much. I mean, I use it. I'm on LinkedIn, but all these tips are so great because then, yeah, because I've heard about Navigator, but I never used it. So this is so great. I'm looking forward to your topic on this. Now, you know how every day we get a lot of requests and, including, and I'm sure you do as well, everybody, from different parts of the world, right? From people we don't know.
Yes.
Should we accept all these requests into our network? Should we connect with all those people? So what is your take on that?
That's an awesome question, Elle. My answer to that, according to my experience and my clients' experience and what I have seen and what is, in the industry going on, we have an algorithm in our networks. In every single platform, we have an algorithm. But LinkedIn is especially particular with their algorithm. It's not yet as, Instagram will do all these more complex things. And my suggestion is that you connect only with people that you think might be inside that picture of your customer avatar and that can be a potential client for
Mhm.
you.
Mhm.
Why? Because the more people we allow in our networks that are not really helpful for what we're trying to achieve is gonna change the way our algorithm, and it's gonna limit the amount of algorithm purposes that when we post something, the people who are gonna see it is gonna be a certain percentage of your
Oh,
audience. When you
wow.
post
I know
something,
that.
not all your audience will see your post. So the more people you have, the less is the chance that your ideal client will see it. So you want to make sure that everybody in your network is your ideal client. So what happens is, like, immediately when you post, you know that at least 10 of your ideal clients are going to see it. Another thing I say about this is, okay, let's say this person is not my ideal client, but this person can connect me to my ideal client. It's a step in the process. So I allow myself and my network to connect with this person, because LinkedIn is a network connections. It's a multi-level. So I connect with my first degree, my second degree networks, and when I connect to somebody, that person's network opens up for me. So that will be like, let's say you and me are connected. You're my first degree connection, but your connections are my second degree connections, and the connections of your connections are my third degree connections. So let's say I want to my ideal clients are women who want to do networking online, because I provide this type of services for people who only are interested in multicultural networking services. So let's say you yourself cannot be my client. So I will connect with you because you will open up the network so I can connect to your connections eventually, if they accept my invitation, of course. And that opens up an opportunity for my business. So, unfortunately or fortunately, we got to think business and connections. Everything is, how do we connect with other people so we can have a mutual benefit in this network? So I'm sure that when you connect with somebody who is your potential client, that potential client is going to appreciate you, because if they are your potential client, they are looking for you. They want your services, and you are satisfying a need. So once you connect with them and they accept you, if they are accepting you, it's because they appreciate you into their network. Some people just go and play and accept at everybody, but like LinkedIn, as it's a more formal network, and there is a lot of more formal training and information about this, people are a little bit more conservative about who they allow into their networks.
This is such a good conversation. I know I'm going to have my questions for sure when we have a session, a more in-depth session. So my last question will be, what is the best way to connect with people? That's a question I have here. What's the best way to connect with people? And then, as in the closing of our live today, let us know how we can find you, how our viewers can find you, and then we'll post your links in the comments as well.
Sure. The best way to connect, I always suggest that we are genuine and honest, and never say in a connection message something that you wouldn't say in person, and never try to sell immediately at the first time that you're trying to connect with this person. Okay, so I always suggest be authentic, be yourself, be honest, and tell the person why you are trying to connect with them, why you are trying to bring them into your network. Don't add too much blah blah blah, because people don't want to be spam. People don't want to be like, oh, life is go to the point in a genuine way, honest way. Try not to sell them. Hey, I have a 50% discount if you know. Connect with the person first, and then establish the relationship. There are some cases in which you might want to be straightforward and say, I don't want your I don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste my time. So you might want to add a little bit of a twist in the message of the connection request, because when you send a connection request, you have the option to add a message. I always say add a message to your connection request, because in that way the person understands what is the person trying to do. Yeah. So you connect with the person in a genuine way. Try to be a little bit straightforward, but not that straight in which you're selling like all your product line in the message. And sometimes you need to be a little bit straightforward, because you might need to say, hey, let me introduce you to my company. This is what we do, and let us know if we can help you further. In that way, I'm saying you don't want me in your network and I don't want you in my network if we are not a fit, if we are not a good fit.
Mhm.
Because we want to avoid spamming people, bringing people that are not interested in seeing anything from you, and you being in networks that you don't really add value to. So,
Mhm.
but always genuine, honest conversations. That's what I suggest.
Mhm.
And the way people can find me, I'm on Instagram at FJ LinkedIn. Also, you can find me that way on Facebook. And my website is www.foxmoreandjuliette.com. And I'm sure you can also reach out to me through L. I will be happy to help you and coach you, and I'm here to create strategies for businesses that really want to get their business development going and start generating leads online using LinkedIn.
This was so great. Thank you so much,
Thank
Karla,
you,
for your
El.
time.
Thank you,
Feel
thank you,
free
thank
to
you.
we're gonna post Carla's contact information in the comments. I mean, this is such an interesting field, and I'm looking forward. Again, next week, Carla will be speaking at our Katy and Houston chapter meeting. Come join us, register on our website, and we'll be talking more about LinkedIn. It's such I have so many questions when it comes to that, but thank you for giving us your expertise, Carla. Everybody have an amazing weekend, great Saturday, and
You
I will
too.
talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.
Carla,
Have a great day. Have a
bye,
great weekend. God bless you all. Take care. Bye.
bye.